Hello guys, this is What About Nintendo, and today I'm here for another video on Animal Crossing New Horizons. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my hopes for the features in the game. Let's get right on into it. So we saw Animal Crossing New Horizons showing off at E3, and it looks absolutely amazing, and I'm just so super hyped about this game that I've just been thinking about all the different things that I want in the game, and I made a list of a couple of different points that I wanted to see in this game to make it just that much better than the content that we've seen, because what we've seen is pretty bare bones. We haven't seen a whole bunch of it, which makes sense. It's coming out next March. It's not coming out this year, so it makes sense that they didn't give us a full blowout, but we still don't know a lot, so there's still a lot to be hopeful for, and that's what I'm talking about in this video. The first thing I'm hoping will be in the game is the ability to travel to many different types of environments. In the trailer, we can see that there are indeed many different islands that you can see off in the distance, and it gives you that hope that maybe you can travel to those islands and you can see them, you know, rendered far away, and you're kind of like, as you do with pretty much any game, what if you can go there? Well, what if? That's kind of a hope for me in this Animal Crossing game. Obviously, I'm not talking about an open world Animal Crossing game. I'm simply talking about more places that you can go other than your main island. The main island that they showed off at E3 was pretty small. It's about the same size as you'd expect, like your main town in Animal Crossing New Leaf to be, but there didn't seem to be anything else connecting to that, like the main street or anything like that that we're used to. So indeed, it seems smaller than that of Animal Crossing New Leaf, and I don't think they're gonna make a new Animal Crossing game that hasn't been on home consoles in a long time and have it be smaller than Animal Crossing New Leaf on the 3DS. Obviously, there's going to be a bigger, better game than what that game was on the handheld system. And so my hopes is that you can indeed travel to these other islands and different places that you can see kind of on the horizon. In fact, if you look at the treehouse footage very closely at the map that pops up every now and again when they're running around, you can actually see that there does seem to be some kind of a dock area, kind of like a boathouse area, maybe a plane area, because it actually has a plane symbol on it. Maybe it's one of those like planes that can actually land into the water, and maybe like, you know, taxis into this boathouse that we can see in the treehouse. So it does seem that there are other places you can go to, and I don't see this as just being somewhere where you can use just multiplayer or anything like that. We also know that crafting is a very big part of this game, and I wouldn't be surprised if there are different areas where different crafting materials can be found. In fact, I think that would be an absolutely great idea. We saw that same kind of thing in Pocket Camp, where there was different materials that you could find in the different various locations that you went to, so it'd make a lot of sense for that to be the same case here, except of course greatly expanded. And always hold out hope for Animal Crossing that we might get a sort of semi-small open world explorable area where you can pick up crafting materials and maybe even find, you know, exclusive crafting materials and things like that, special crafting materials. Maybe they'll even have holiday events where you go around in this area and you look for special holiday crafting materials in order to craft holiday items and things like that. I'd like it if there was a large open area where you could go around and explore and find crafting materials. Non-open world, I'm not saying anything like that, just a big open area. My second hope is a replacement for public works projects. Since you're not the mayor in this game, it doesn't seem like something like public works projects would be coming back in this game. And I know the crafting system mixed with being able to place things outside pretty much completely replaces public works projects for the most part, for most of them, since you can do things like benches and flower plants and everything like that just by crafting and placing things outside rather than a public works project. But there are still a lot of public works projects that can't be done, or at least I don't think will be done, via crafting. I want a way to do the big deal public works projects like Brewster's Coffee House and the Police House and big things like that. I don't think these would be able to be crafted, as I don't think you'd be able to craft an entire building, but maybe that is how they're handling it. It just doesn't seem like that's going to be the way that they would handle it. So I imagine there's some sort of thing in place to replace public work projects, though I'm not sure about exactly what that would be. And I want them to add tons more new big style public works projects. Since there's not going to be any little ones, I think they can make a bunch of more big ones like Brewster's Coffee House and the police station. For example, I've had the ideas for a while that maybe we could have a sports center that actually has different mini games, sports mini games, that you can actually challenge the other animals in your island to play. Maybe they have some beach volleyball or something like that. That would be super fun as a mini game to play with your animals. Maybe even bet some bells or bet furniture or clothes or whatever as a prize for winning beach volleyball or whatever different types of sports they want to put inside the game. So yeah, I do think that even with the crafting and be able to put furniture outside, there's still place for big public works projects to be a thing, and I want that to still be available in this game. My third hope is that they would let you have 15 or more animals in your town. The GameCube version of the original Animal Crossing actually allowed you to have up to 15 villagers in your town at once, which is the highest in the series. In fact, New Leaf only allowed up to 10, whether this was for system restrictions or the size of the island, I'm not really sure, but for whatever reason, it only allowed you to have 10. I would like it if they would actually allow you to have 15 or more in this town, since we're on a home console now, so whatever, limitations the 3DS may have had that only allowed you to have 10 are gone now, so you should be able to have a lot more. In my mind, the more villagers at once, the better, the more fun you can have, the more interactivity you can have, the more different interactions you can have, and just the more fun Animal Crossing is. And my final hope is actually a two-parter, and that is all about the characters in the game. The first part of this hope is that they would bring back the great existing characters. We already know that there's a way to meet Isabelle in this game. Apparently, according to an interview with the developers of the game, there is a way to see Isabelle, but we have to earn it, or they put it, something like that. We have to earn her presence in our lives. So I'm not exactly sure how you do that, but somehow we have to earn the ability to see Isabelle. Something I think would actually be really cool about when you meet Isabelle is if this actually ended up being like a sequel to New Leaf and she actually kind of recognized you as the mayor and somebody she's met before. I think that would be a cool nod to New Leaf fans. But it isn't just Isabelle that I want to return. There's tons of other great characters in Animal Crossing New Leaf that I'd like to see return, and I'm sure a lot of you guys who are fans of the older games have some characters that you would like to see return as well. For example, Rossetti apparently is out of a job in Animal Crossing New Leaf. Due to the autosave feature in the game, Rossetti now is out of a job because, well, you can't reset without saving because it's just autosave, so you're kind of just, that's not even a possibility anymore. So Rossetti can't yell at you anymore for resetting without saving, so he's kind of out of a job. But Rossetti's awesome. He's been around for so long and he's such a great character, so it would be awesome if he has some sort of role to play in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Cap'n definitely needs to return. The good old Cap'n, always singing tunes, always ready to take you on a boat ride over to the island. Such a merry fellow, just such a happy dude. And he's awesome. He's one of my favorite characters in Animal Crossing New Leaf, actually, and he needs to be in this game. As I said before, we know there's that dock with the airplane symbol, and I want Cap'n to be the one who either flies or boats you to your destinations, singing you a merry tune all the way along. And of course, we need our cool cat, KK Slider. KK Slider has been in every single Animal Crossing game, so I'm not worried about him not coming back. I'm just, once again saying, like, we need a boy. He needs to be in this game. And I don't want him to just have his old songs and just play, act exactly the same as he did before. I want them to do something new with him. I want them to probably remix those old songs, take all the old songs that he was able to sing, or remaster them into new, better, higher quality sound, and also give him new songs for us to listen to. And we know since furniture can be placed outside this time around, we can place our music players outside and listen to that KK music anytime we want, which is gonna be awesome. But it's not just returning characters that I'd like to see in this game. My second hope is actually that we'd get new, wacky, fun Animal Crossing characters. As much as I love the old characters and I want them to return, I also want to fall in love with some new characters in this game. Animal Crossing has amazing characters. All the ones I mentioned before are absolutely amazing, but they had to be introduced sometime. So I'd like it if Nintendo didn't take the lazy route and just add the old characters like I'm saying, but also added some new, awesome, funny, wacky characters to Animal Crossing New Horizons for us to learn and love along our adventure in that island. But yeah, guys, those are my hopes for Animal Crossing New Horizon, but I'd love to hear what all you guys are hoping to see down in the comments below. What new features are you hoping to see in this game? Also, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell icon for notifications of all my videos. You don't want to miss out on all the content that I have planned, because I release tons and tons of not only Animal Crossing content, but other Nintendo themed content as well. Also, share this video with everyone you know who's hyped for Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I'll see all you awesome people later on What About Nintendo. Bye!